Alright guys, so one thing about RPE training that you freaking dipshits fail to realize is, first of all, let's break down the definition of what RPE training means. RPE stands for rate of perceived expenditure. So you're rating essentially how hard you're training on a scale of 1 to 10. But my question for you guys is, why the fuck is it now optional to train hard? Why wouldn't it always be a 10? If you're actually a real fucking man, if you actually had balls, wouldn't your RPE be at 9 or 10 all the time? Because I can tell you, that's how I fucking train, and it works well for me, and I'm able to recover session to session. What's stopping you from doing that? You got too much of a fucking vagina, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, guys, like, why is training hard optional? Why are we gonna rate how hard we're training on a scale of 1 to 10? As if it's not a fucking given that we should be training our fucking hardest all the time, guys. Like, honestly, I feel like Jesus would be ashamed of a lot of you guys. Like, honestly, like, he died on the cross. You can't even take your squats to failure. You can't even take your deadlifts to failure. Like, when Jesus Christ suffered so much, we can't even suffer and work hard in the gym. And you might think, like, okay, how is that connected to training? Well, guess what? For me, as a Christian, it is. You know, like, my training is a spiritual process, guys, honestly. And it's like, I want to suffer in the gym to honor Jesus Christ who suffered for us. You know what I mean, guys? Like, it's that simple, right? So it's like, why are we going to hold back so much? Why are we going to act like training hard is freaking optional? Because that's what you guys with the RP are doing. You're like, I'll train hard if I want to. It's a very, like, entitled, spoiled attitude. Like, you think you're above hard work? Who the fuck do you think you are? What have you accomplished? What have you done? What makes you above suffering? What makes you above hard work that you're going to say training hard is optional? I'll train hard if I want to. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. You know, when Jesus suffered so much for us, who the fuck are we to avoid hard work in the gym? It's pathetic. And honestly, I can't speak for Jesus, but I think he would be ashamed of a lot of the way you guys train. Especially if you call yourself Christians, which I know the majority of Americans are Christians. I'm a Christian, obviously. It's like, dude, it's a disrespect, honestly. In my opinion. You guys might totally disagree with me, which is fine. But it's like, I think training is a metaphor for Christianity, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying you need to be Christian to train. Obviously, a lot of people who train aren't Christian. But for me, at least, you know, training is a metaphor for taking up my cross and suffering, you know, to honor Jesus Christ, to honor God, right? I want my training to reflect what Jesus did for us, and I want to suffer willingly, you know, to honor Jesus who suffered willingly for us. So that's about it, guys. It's just like, next time you want to do some RPE pussy shit, think about how much Jesus suffered on the cross. Like, did he put an RP on it? No, he gave us fucking everything. He suffered like no man would ever suffer before or again. He gave us everything. He didn't say, okay, RPE 7. No, he gave us fucking everything. And we should give him everything too, you know? So I hope this makes sense, you guys. You know, I hope it doesn't sound too crazy. I hope you guys get what I mean. I think if you're being honest, you get what I mean. Like, you get what I mean. You know, like, training, it's a metaphor for Christianity, or at least that's the way I view it. And really, to me, it's a disrespect to God and a disrespect to Jesus to hold back to such an extent in the gym and not work hard, barely at all, and not suffer. It's like, dude, do we think we're better than Jesus? Do we think we're above God who suffered for us, that we can't put in a little effort in the gym? Some of you guys should be ashamed of yourself, honestly. So it's a message for today. Something to consider. Consider training harder. If you say you love God, if you say you love Jesus, if you say you believe in Jesus, train fucking hard in dedication to him, guys. Hope this helps. God bless.